Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Prime Deluxe class, Cliffjumper. Now, Cliffjumper is part of the first wave of Transformer Prime toys. However, he's part of a case revision, which isn't really scheduled to come out for a couple more weeks, I think. The original figures, such as RC, Bumblebee, and Starscream, are already hitting stores, so definitely check out your local Toys R Us's and stuff like that to hopefully find those figures. This guy will be out fairly soon, though. As you can see, really nice packaging. I actually got this from overseas, so there are a couple differences with it. Namely, you got this whole 2012 Transformers weird sticker thing, and then you flip around here on the back, and where the hub logo would be, they actually blocked it out because they don't have the hub over there. It just says watch Transformers Prime on TV. Like, okay. It says TVY7. So they have the logo underneath here, and then they have the rating, but, you know, yeah, they cover it up. No bio or anything on this. I don't entirely know if the regular retail versions have bios. That's something I'll find out because I do have Bumblebee coming from ToysRUs.com, and I'll be able to comment on that later on. As you can see, this is the actual retail version. This is Bumblebee. This is the retail packaging, and as you can see, obviously it has the hub logo. It's not covered up, but there is no bios at all on these figures. Now you flip it around here, and again it says hub up there, but it's got the little crazy Japanese sticker there. But unfortunately, there's no bios or read-ups on any of these figures, and that's really kind of unfortunate. I don't entirely know why they aren't including them, but that really kind of sucks. You can see a nice picture of the Autobots here. Angle up a little bit, you see Cliffjumper, he's an Autobot. Then you got RC and Bumblebee, also sold separately, and like I said, those are already hitting stores, so definitely check those out if you're really wanting to get these figures. And a really nice picture of Cliffjumper before he got zombified. Now, one thing that's kind of neat is it actually says that it includes a display stand. You can kind of see it down underneath there, but it's not as fantastic as we're led to believe. But there's the packaging. You can see Cliffjumper right inside there. So let's get this guy open and see how cool he really is. Okay, guys, so here we have Cliffjumper opened up and out of its packaging. And right off the bat, I absolutely love his vehicle mode. One thing that I actually noticed, and I don't know if it's me, I don't know if I'm crazy, but he's a gorgeous looking muscle car. Kind of reminds me, I'd say maybe the Dodge Challenger. It kind of has that look, I suppose. But when I roll him, I don't know, I get a sound like he's revving his engine. I don't know if it's because he's rolling on this material or what. I don't know. It's weird, but I absolutely love that. And it's something that I don't know if I'm just crazy in hearing, or if I just like it so much that every little thing, even the rolling aspect of him, is really appealing to me. Now, he does have a lot of actual red paint. Now, the red paint on here is kind of like in here on the roof, and it matches beautifully with the red plastic. They did a wonderful job of matching the color on here. Absolutely fantastic job. Really nice kind of silver rims that you have right here. Really nice silver exhaust pipes here on the side as well. You got the horns, which these horns are actually, I mean, it's not too bad, but they are a softer kind of rubber, but they are pretty pokey. I mean, you can really kind of see that they're pokey. Gorgeous colored grille here. The headlights look like they're kind of painted blue. It's hard to tell. But you got some nice translucent windows up here. Flip around here on the side, and you have a nice Autobot logo on this side. On this side, you have the place where there would be an Autobot logo, but there isn't one, so that kind of sucks. But it doesn't bug me too terribly much. Flip around here on the bottom, you see all the robot junk that's up inside there. Really, just overall very cool looking. I really love the way that this guy looks. It's a very solid looking vehicle mode. It's just kind of unfortunate we only seen him one time in season 1. That's really kind of unfortunate, because I would love to see more of Cliffjumper, and not necessarily his zombie form. Transformation is actually really kind of cool. First, what you want to do, come around here to the bottom and just kind of take these, separate these off to the side, and these kind of angle out. Just like so. They kind of slot into little tiny pegs up here, and then also kind of in through a little slot section right inside here. Then just take those, angle those out as far as you really can, like that, and then they rotate right here, just like that, and you're pretty much creating his legs. Take this section here, fold this back, get it out of the way, come around here. Now with the feet, you kind of have to angle them out and then fold them forward to kind of create the foot. Otherwise, it's going to hit on this side panel, so angle out, rotate forward. You can then fold these down, well, fold these little bits here in, fold that in just like so, and then these rotate around, and they just tab in just like so. And here you have his feet and legs, and that's really pretty easy. Kind of angle this out, get it out of the way, take this section, fold that down. Then you can rotate this section all the way around. This kind of gets a little caught here, but just kind of do a little wiggling. There you go. And you can get that rotated all the way around just like that. Come around here to these arms. These angle outward. These kind of lift up. And then just separate and rotate these down. Kind of rotating those around. There you go. Kind of get that tab untabbed. Rotate that around just like that. There's his head. Fold that out all the way. These little bits right here, take this section here underneath, and these little bits here fold all the way down and around, and then you can separate this, and this kind of angles up like so. Then angle this up, and then you see a little tab and a little hole right there. Kind of peg that right inside there. Kind of bring these out, just kind of get them out of the way. The chest piece kind of sort of separates, not really much. You're not going to get a huge separation, but just kind of wedge that apart, and then you see a little section right inside here that kind of fits inside there and kind of holds these spread apart a little bit more. These little headlights here, these just kind of untab, and then they fold up under there to kind of fill that out. And you can see, I was correct. These are like a translucent plastic piece, and you can see that kind of shining through there. That's actually really cool. I didn't notice that before. Angle these little bits up, just like so. Angle that up, just like so. Rotate this around. Now his hands actually rotate. Just kind of rotate like that. Close that. Bring that down. Again, rotate the little fists. Fold that back, and that just kind of tabs in there. And then the last little bit is his knees. Kind of straighten these, just like so. It kind of extends his legs out. Kind of keep that pushed up like that. And now we have Cliffjumper, or Rock Jumper, whatever you want to call him, in his robot mode. Now, right off the bat, people have constantly kept saying that as of right now, he is the best of the deluxe figures that we've gotten so far. Now, I still am really kind of partial to Starscream. I personally think Starscream is like a 10, whereas this guy would be like a 9.75. The only real minor complaint that I have are really his arms. There's a lot of junk hanging off here, and that kind of detracts. I mean, it's not too terribly bad, but it just something about it, I don't know. It just, to me, is kind of ugly looking. Cliffjumper himself is absolutely gorgeous. I love his face on here. Very nicely captures how he looks. He's got a secondary bit of horns up here. You have those horns, and then you got butt horns, which are right there. But these ones also are very kind of soft rubber. And just in general, it looks very nice. Now, people have complained that he is pretty hollow from the side. I don't think it actually looks all that bad, though, to be totally honest. I mean, his arms are usually down. But I really think it still is a fairly accurate representation of the character, and I absolutely love it. In terms of his articulation, it's pretty good. His head, though, is kind of unfortunate because it's kind of blocked by a lot of junk going around on his neck. So you can't get him perfectly looking left and right. You can, but then it angles his head up kind of like that, so that really kind of sucks. His shoulders up here are on ball joints, so you get a full range of motion there, in, out, up, down. Elbows are on kind of this double joint. You have one joint right there, and then you have another joint. His wrist, as I said, actually kind of rotate. They're kind of a pain in the butt to get to, though, but they can rotate, so that is very nice. No waist articulation, unfortunately, but he's got upper hip articulation on a ball joint, in, out, left, right, up, down. Rotates. No, it doesn't actually. Oh, well, maybe it does. No, it doesn't. That kind of sucks. It doesn't rotate, but you get a good range of motion up here with the ball joint, and you just get back and forth at the knee, and then the foot themselves, there's a little bit of pivot on a really big-ass kind of ball joint. So you can get some good poses with it. Probably not all the best ones that somebody might want, but enough. Now, it doesn't actually come with any accessories, like a gun or anything like that, but what you can do, on both arms, you can rotate these around, and here he has his little cannons. Now, in order to get those, you do have to rotate his fist back, then rotate that around, close that, Again, rotate the wrist, open that up, rotate that around, and now he's got his blasters. So while he doesn't have extra accessories, he does have built-in ones. Come on, stand, you little turd. So I mean, he definitely can blast some Decepticons and have fun doing it. I am a little bit annoyed with the way his head rotates, but I mean, that's Cliffjumper. Really, really very cool. Now, well, one of the biggest things that I have fun with, I am a very big Rock fan, and when I found out that The Rock was voicing him, I was giddy like a schoolgirl. And one thing that I absolutely love to do, and what I absolutely did when I first got them, was of course ran over to my WWF figures and took The Rock's sunglasses and a microphone and applied them to this character. So you really can smell what the Rock Jumper is cooking. Now, in terms of the display stand, this is the actual display stand. It already comes assembled and everything, but it's just kind of cardboard. But what really kind of sucks is that this actual front looks a lot better than this. And if you're going to have a display stand for the figure, wouldn't you want to have their name somewhere displayed on the stand itself? It would just look a heck of a lot better. Now, unfortunately, I mean, you can't really, because it obviously is a different size, so you can't really do much with it. I mean, I guess you could leave it like that and then have Cliffjumper stand on it, I guess. But, I mean, that I just think that will look a whole lot better, especially with his name, as opposed to that. That just looks dumb. Now to transform him back, all you do, just kind of take these bits, fold those back just like so, unpeg that. You can rotate this back down, and you can rotate these little middle pieces all the way around just like so. Kind of get that out of the way. Fold the head back inside of his cavity. Rotate his fists so they're palm up just like so. Do that on both sides. Separate the little wheel bits just like that. Separate this, bring these down, then rotate these up and around. Kind of fold these and rotate that. Those kind of rotate around just like so. Fold these little bits down. Line up all the tabs, and then tab that together, and then fit this inside just like so. Then you got the back section pretty much done. Take this, fold that down. You can rotate that just like so. Kind of keep that up just to keep it out of the way. Angle that. Untab these, rotate that out. Fold out the little windshield just like so. Do that on the other side as well. And then fold these little feetums back inside, thusly. Kind of fold this section down, rotate that out, and then you have to angle this so it's like so, just like that. Rotate these around, kind of line that up, rotate that around, just like that, and then bring these bits in, get that out of the way. Make sure that's all the way down. There we go. Fold that in, fold that in, fold this section down like so, and then it's just a matter of bringing everything up where it's supposed to be, kind of squeezing everything together to get it to line up and peg into place. And that's really kind of the most difficult part about this transformation. And then you get it squeezed in, just like so, just like so. And here you have the People's Cliff back in his vehicle mode. Now, without a doubt, as I said, this is easily my second favorite of all the Transformers Prime figures. But only just. Starscream barely edges him, at least in my opinion. Now, without a doubt, this is going to be a character that is going to be sought after in terms of figure form. It's easily one of the first times that I can think of that we've gotten a Cliffjumper figure that's just not a repaint of Bumblebee. And I think they've done a wonderful job of capturing the look and the feel of the general character of Cliffjumper itself. He's a hothead, he's a tough guy, and in that very first episode of Transformers Prime, we definitely saw all those characteristics coming out with this guy. Without a doubt, when this figure hits stores, you are going to want to pick him up. absolutely wonderful looking figure. So until next time, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.
Smell what the rock is cooking.